Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left, right, and everywhere in between. We're almost to Christmas Day, so hopefully you guys are staying stress-free or at least stress low if you do celebrate Christmas. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Catherine McBroom removing her IUD, Tana Mongeau revealing her new lover, James Franco breaking the silence with a sledgehammer, and Mr. Man Shane Dawson subtly throwing shade. We don't have time to waste, the tea is too hot, so let's just get into it. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Hot Tea channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Head over and follow the Hot Tea Twitter as well, where you can let us know any juicy drama that you want us to cover. Alright, let's go. Tana Mongeau. Girl, there has been some shit in the past, but we miss you. Hello! One of the last videos Tana posted on her YouTube channel was a stalker update, and she promised she would be making videos on the regular again. Well, thanks for the lie, mongoose. Tana posted an Amazon haul on YouTube this week, and the star of the show was her little spider friend. She's moving on from face-tatted rappers and millionaires to eight-legged furry boys, and we are living for them as a couple. Do we hear wedding bells? Warning to anyone who hasn't watched Tana's new video, if you're wearing headphones, you had better just go ahead and order some new ones. Side note, it looks like her and Chris are hanging out again. He's there while she is filming, and this could be a sign that maybe that they're back together. Tana and Chris split back in October, but for the billionth time apparently, so maybe they are just friends, maybe they're giving it another go, who knows? Probably not even Tana, in all honesty. She has been super active on TikTok, posting hauls and calling out bully, accusing trolls, but she has also been teasing us with some ex-smooching. Knowing Tana, it is likely satire though. She was partying and snuggling up to Bella Thorne a while back, and it is fully on brand for Miss Tana Mongeau to be scandalous and to make people wonder and talk. Tana's ex, Lil Xan, has also been on her TikTok recently.
Hi.
Oh, God, fuck me. Shit.
There you go. Look who came over. Are we dating again?
You are hilarious.
We're dating again.
And it kind of looks like her exes are fighting over her on social media.
Well, everybody's fucking fake, so I tatted my face. I don't know why you're bringing this on Instagram, bro. I've never brought anything on Instagram in my life, especially because we're such good friends. But with that being said, you just did some weird ass shit. I love you though. She's for everybody. Also, we have an EP dropping soon, so like, what the fuck?
Yo, man, this social media shit is crazy, bro. I just want to say that there's a very good friend of mine. I won't even say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. That, yo, just give me a call. I have no hard feelings. I know you have a lot of hard feelings. And some of them are justified, but at the same time, a lot of them aren't. You know what I mean? Like, I love you, bro. So, can you just give me a call? That's how serious it is. I'm on my story. Just give me a fucking call, bro. I want to talk to you. Are you really gonna let a female ruin a great relationship? Like, really? A great friendship? My bad. Not relationship.
Alright, Zan. 1v1 boxing match. Just let me slap the shit out of you real quick, and then we'll call it even. No harm done, no foul, and then we'll drop the EP. And
moving on, let's talk about James Franco. Just as a refresher for you guys, James Franco was exposed back in 2018 when 5 women came forward and accused James of inappropriate or sexually exploitive behavior. Keep in mind that 4 of these women were students and 1 he was a mentor for. This uproar came after he had won a Golden Globe and donned a Time's Up pin on his label, which caused one of the victims to say, quote, "It felt like a slap in the face." By the way, James paid $2.2 million to settle the lawsuit, so there's that. Let's fire over to today though and talk about James finally breaking his silence on the matter. He went on the Jess Cagle Podcast and said that he went silent because it didn't feel like the right time to say anything, and it's a natural human reaction to want to make it just stop. Well, James, I'm sure you're not the only person who feels that way in this particular situation. In this interview, he chalks up some of his behavior to having had dealt with addiction and claims that he has been in recovery before and has been using some of those techniques to change. James says that he named one of his classes masterclass sex scenes, and it was one of the stupidest things that he's ever done. He says that he named it that to be provocative and that he was not actually teaching any sex scenes, but rather breakups and meeting people on dating apps and what they go through through as young people. Okay, then. The interviewer Jess Cagle questions this by stating that plaintiff's attorneys claimed that James Franco was, and quote, looking to create a pipeline of young women who would be subjected to his personal and professional sexual exploitation in the name of education. You good there, James? You still with us? He swears up and down that the class was in fact not a master plan of any kind to get girls like that, and he didn't pick the students for that class. As a matter of fact, he says that he didn't sleep with anyone in that particular class, but he does admit that he was in, quote, consensual situations with students when he should not have been. You think? Jess Cagle sort of calls him out after that, saying that there's clearly a power imbalance in the dynamic of James Franco as teacher and a student, and how could you not be aware of this?
Some people listening to this will say, how could you not see that there would be a power imbalance among a teacher who's not just a teacher, but is James Franco, like a very, very famous, powerful actor and producer and a student.
Props to Jess, by the way, like, go off. It's clear that James doesn't really know what to say here, and he says some stuff about it being consensual again, and that at the time he wasn't in a clear mind, and so on. He does mention his old bestie, Seth Rogen, who said back in a May interview that he had no plans to work with Franco in the future, and that this is no coincidence in regards to the allegations. I'll throw up some parts of that interview here, and you can pause to read it if you like. James does bring this up in the Cagle interview and says that he doesn't blame Rogen for what he said, and that Seth had to speak for him due to James's silence. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this enough? Is this an apology? Of course, it's not our apology or possible lack thereof to take or reject, but the fact is that it's not a new story in Hollywood. It has been happening forever, and more stories come forward every year, it seems like. And what do we do? Do you think James is just saying all of this because he wants to get back to work? He wasn't totally out of the picture in ways of movies since 2018, but nothing major has been released with him involved. Comment your opinions down below. And now let's talk about Mr. Shane canceled Dawson. Shane made an official comeback to YouTube a few months back, as we all know, but there really hasn't been that much from him in terms of content or substance. He does do a lot for Ryland and his channel, like constantly being in videos and vlogs and helping edit, but Shane certainly isn't uploading like he used to. This week, he made an appearance on Ryland's podcast, The Sip, and there is speculation over whether or not he was throwing some shade at some of our well-known and loved/hated YouTubers. There's a specific part in the podcast where Ryland asks Shane about boundaries, and Shane says that he used to give other YouTubers that he, quote, wasn't even friends with ideas and notes for videos. He says that he never hung out with these people, but they always just know that he was down to help. Shane does say that this is his own fault and that these YouTubers have now, quote, turned on him. Who do you guys think that he's talking about? Is it Trisha, Tana, maybe Jake Paul, Eugenia Cooney? In my honest opinion, I don't think it was about Trisha. They really seemed to be friends for a long time, and I don't know how much of that friendship could have ever been faked. Tana, though, maybe. Or maybe Tati, or James Charles. Okay, so the list could go on and on, but let us know in the comments who you think he might have been talking about. The Ace family are no strangers to drama and scandal and scam accusations. Just a brief background of some of these scandals. There are shady charity events, Catherine selling useless products, Austin getting wrapped up in headband drama, exploiting their children for money, being dick neighbors, and more shady charity events, cheating, alleged fake Tesla giveaways, and lies, just lies on lies on lies, allegedly. Let's talk more of the recent happenings with these people though. They recently moved into a new mansion, and there's a huge speculation surrounding whether or not it's all legit or not. The Ace family posted a house tour video of their new pad, and it got a lot of attention. I mean, the Ace family has 19 million subscribers on YouTube, so they could literally post a video of them watching paint dry and it would get a ton of views. Anyway, the house tour video starts off with Austin claiming that they are attempting to keep this house as private as possible. Now, yes, this video is 2 weeks old, and you might be wondering why we're talking about this now, and that's because new speculations have come to light as people are rewatching this video, and I'm here to talk about those. This section of the house has orchids on the dining table and double mirrors leaned against the wall. And this is where we present the first rumor in the mail. The Grapevine reports that this house is staged. The color scheme is black and white and super minimal, and it looks barely touched. In fairness, they do say that they had only just moved in and they vlog and are on camera professionally, so wouldn't we all make sure that our homes are on point before filming it and releasing it to the public? The other rumor going around right now relevant to their house is that there are no records of any bought or purchased home for them, and people are speculating that this is a rental. Anyway guys, on to the next thing I want to talk about in regards to the Ace family, and that is their dog Ace. The Ace family welcomed a new member to their squad in the form of an adorable Bernie Doodle a few months back, and there's been some controversial behavior on the human side that we are going to address. First things first, they posted a video back in September with the title, "Our new dog bit our baby." Scary moment. I'm not going to dive into this too much as it was posted back in September and you likely have already seen it. But one thing I do really want to say is that considering the title and the scary nature of this video, their intro is dumb as fuck. Like, they do the usual Ace family thing that's whatever, but then the little jiggy dance thing that Austin does is just confusing and immediately makes me think that this is not serious. About 1 minute before the vlog is completed is when Catherine mentions the bite. Their youngest, named Steele, got a little bit too close, according to Catherine. Austin chimes in and says that Ace, the puppy, was playing with him. There's a picture with a clear scratch on the baby's face. I'm not going to include that, even though the Ace family kids are everywhere. I just want to respect them here, and if you really want to see that, you know where to go. Anyways, clearly not the biggest deal in the world, and we all know clickbait makes the YouTube world go round, but this one just felt gross and not cool. And then 2 weeks ago, the Ace family posted a video titled, "We Have to Let Our Dog Go." It starts off with the kids hugging and saying goodbye to him, which is heart-wrenching, of course, but how seriously can we take things that are posted by this family, am I right? Austin explains that they have been weighing their options for training Ace, and they were back and forth on what to do. They considered having someone come to the house and train him, but they eventually learned that the best way apparently was to send him off to come back as a new dog. Austin says that he poops and pees and all that baby stuff. Anyway, they send Ace off for 2 weeks and swear that he needs this and that they already have enough kids. Do I need to say it? Should I say it? Maybe don't get a puppy then? May I suggest a subscription to a puppy magazine? Oh, you know what? I got you. Here's some puppy YouTube channels you can play on one of your TVs that make it seem like you have a bunch of puppies running around without actually having to do anything for them. I will say that they at least just didn't get rid of the puppy, and they have invested in getting him the training and stuff, and that's a lot more than some people do out there. And while we're on that, you guys, don't buy yourself or someone else a puppy or kin for Christmas unless you know that they're going to be putting in the work. Pets are family and they rely on us to take care of them and love them, so don't get them if you aren't going to be committed. I'll find you. Kidding. Ace is now back with the family just in time for Christmas, and we hope that he is happy and healthy and the Ace family do their best to keep him that way. Catherine McBroom posted a Snapchat story showing that she had removed her IUD herself. This was met with quite the amount of backlash from the internet. She wrote on Snapchat that getting the IUD was a big mistake, and she got a download telling her to take it out immediately. When she says download in this instance, she's referring to a spiritual experience that is basically a feeling that you get given from the universe that can inspire you to create things or do things, and some have said that it's a full body feeling. Anyways, we did some research on this, so lab coats on everyone. P.S. If you're considering doing something like this or are interested in this topic, we do recommend doing your own research, of course. But removing an IUD yourself actually is not as bad as it sounds. Yes, that's right. When I first saw that Catherine had done this and shared it, my immediate reaction was shock. I thought it was a terrible thing to show your followers in regards to possibly inspiring them to do it themselves, and before I did the research, I thought it might be super dangerous and harmful, but it turns out it actually might be just fine. WebMD says there is a risk of IUD removal, but it is the same whether a clinician removes it or a woman removes it. And the same can happen during intercourse or a pelvic exam. So honestly, it's not really the biggest deal in the world, and she's probably totally fine. Really, it is Catherine's body to do what she wants and chooses with. But maybe this was something that should have kept private instead of posting it on Snapchat or not. I don't know. Maybe comment down below what you think. WebMD says that it's not uncommon for doctors to discourage removing IUDs yourself, but that's mainly because you're missing a chance to talk with your doctor about your plans for another birth control method or trying to get pregnant. Apparently, there's really no added risk in trying to remove it yourself. Interesting. Maybe I'm reading this a little differently, but it kind of sounds like it's totally fine to do that. It's no secret that doctors like peddling medications, and there's many opinions around Big Pharma, which we won't get into here, but studies show that the main reasons women consider attempting to remove their own IUDs themselves are usually cost-related or due to not being able to get an appointment fast enough. We're pretty sure Catherine is fine in ways on financial status, but she doesn't really clarify exactly why she did it herself, so who knows? And that's it for today's video, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we do post hot tea videos every single day. But for now, enjoy this cute little clip to bleach the drama from your eyes. All right, bye-bye.